If you keep saying you don't have time to read, honestly, same. In today's video, we're gonna go over a realistic what I read in a week. Being a full-time corporate girly, a mom, a wife, kind of want to just showcase how I get through a week, incorporating reading into my really busy schedule. I wanted to see if reading every day actually made a difference. Spoiler, being creative about fitting in reading with your busy life is possible. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I do every day, how I fit in reading, and the progress that I'm making in my book. I'll show you my realistic reading moments during lunch breaks, during commutes, during 15-minute breaks, while I'm doing laundry, while I make dinner, while I exercise. I can guarantee this video will be aesthetic because you're in my house during a work week. Please do not judge me for the state of my home. Don't judge how I look. And I want to remind you guys, it's about finding time to read. You don't have to set page goals or time goals, but just finding a little bit of time in your day to pick up your book and read a few pages is all you really need. There's no forcing it here. It's working it into the schedule that you have right now. I want you to watch this video so that you feel inspired to fit reading into your day, no matter what that looks like. I hope at the end of this video you feel inspired and motivated and not intimidated by your TBR. Good morning. It's day one of what I read in a week, realistically. It is Sunday. We have to pick out a book to read. So I finished Belladonna yesterday. It was really good. Not sure what I'm gonna rate it yet. It was giving 5-star vibes. So now we have to decide what book we're gonna read for Sunday. So these are the options. We have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This one, I'm so scared to read purely because of its size. It is gigantic. So I think that I just finished Belladonna. That was like a fantasy book. So I think I might just go for, I want to do Love in Other Words, but then like also we're doing this vlog and I'm like, well, I want to read something good. I mean, Love in Other Words might be fine. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but I want to read something a little more exciting. So I think we're going to do The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Love in Other Words is probably just going to be like cozy for us. So no shame. Christina Lauren, no shame. But here we are. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. In a perfect world, we would finish this book this week and then also read another book. But I don't think that's going to be the case. So this book is 442. This is going to be my first, don't mind the hair, don't look at it. It's none of your business what my hair looks like today, okay? My bangs were like clipped to the side and now they won't go back. This is my first V.E. Schwab book, so extra exciting going into it to see what the vibe's going to be, see what V.E. Schwab's writing style is going to consist of, and if it's going to be my jam. I actually have blindly bought 2 of their books. I bought a different one as well, so like I'm hoping this author is for me because then I have books that I'm not going to like. Yes, 400 and something pages, I've already forgotten. 442 pages. I am going to also see if I can find this book on Kindle and audiobook. It sounds really excessive, but that's just kind of the reader that I am. I need a book in multiple formats, and I think to get through this week, to read as much as we can, realistically, I think we're gonna have to switch between audio and Kindle, because I also have the Kindle app on my phone, so it's really easy on the go type situation. So today on the schedule, we have to start some laundry, we have to go pick up groceries, we should clean a little bit. This house, like the entryway is disgusting, you probably can see. Like we have old fall stuff here, there's things that were borrowed, I need to return stuff. There's stuff everywhere. That's the to-do list. Also, this is gonna be like a FaceTime style vlog. You're here with me, you're in my house. We're BFFs, and you're living this journey with me. All right, let's get started. It is Monday, November 10th, and I'm doing a little daily check-in for you. I know you're dying to know how many pages I have read so far. So the count right now is Sunday we read 69 pages. I made it to about, I think it was 15%. So Monday rolls around, I had work today. I worked a whole shift at the office, so clocked in at 8:30 and had two 15-minute breaks, one 30-minute lunch, and then I was out at 5 p.m. So I did read during my two 15-minute breaks. I did not read during my 30-minute lunch break. If you're looking to squeeze in more reading time into your workday, I would highly suggest being a little selfish and reading during your lunch break, whether it be audio or like a physical read, because I feel like I could have made up a lot of pages within that small 30-minute time frame, but I did not. I did use my two 15-minute breaks to read. I tried to read a little bit after dinner, but I think I only got like 1 or 2 pages. Maybe like 3 or 4 pages done while cooking. And then I realized I had a school meeting to go to at 8 p.m. So now I'm back in bed. I'm back at home. We are about to dive into some more reading, but I did want to update you. For the workday and for the evening, I was able to read 25 pages. So right now we're on part 2 of the book, the first chapter of part 2, and it is page 94 that I'm currently on. A small spoiler-free review for you so far. As with any fantasy book, I really don't know what the hell is going on right now. I know that our main character is kind of lost, scared, confused, crying, screaming, throwing up because she made a deal with someone. And so now she's kind of paying the consequences for that deal, and she's kind of realizing what the severity of that deal actually was that she made. And now I'm on part 2, and it started off learning about a different character. So I really have no clue where this book is taking me. I don't know if it's going to be a dual POV situation. I don't know if... I just don't know. I don't know anything. So when I say I'm on page 94 and I don't know anything, I truly don't. I kind of have my bearings now with the book itself. I get the time hopping and I'm understanding the female main character. But now we're kind of in a different situation and scenario and timeline, and I really don't know what to expect with that. So it is keeping my interest. Am I obsessing over this book? No. Did I build this book up in my head? Yes, because many people love this book. I want to give it a fair chance. I do want to give this book a fair chance. I have a feeling that now that we're through part 1 and we're starting part 2, I'm actually already a little more interested in it than I was originally. This book is highly recommended by all of the book girlies, and V.E. Schwab is an author that everyone really loves, so I definitely want to give this a fair chance. I think I made a mistake. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but I just came out of reading Belladonna, and there are things in this book that make me think of Belladonna. So I would love to keep reading this book to find out how different or similar these books are. I'm nervous to find out if this was the right move. I'm nervous to find out because there would probably be a different time and place where I really love this book. But I wouldn't say I'm in a slump, but I'm kind of like a 5-star hangover right now. Not only was Belladonna an amazing book and I loved it and I rated it 5 stars, this one is it's not similar, but I will be able to give you a more cohesive review as I read on some more. Again, I'm just now getting my bearings, so this review probably doesn't mean much, and it shouldn't. I'm just telling you my thoughts. Don't take this too seriously. Don't listen to what I say. Why are you here? Who are you? Why are you in my home? Why are you in my bed? Why are you in my bedroom? Anyways, that's really all I have to say for now. I'm gonna lock in. It's not wearing a watch. It's 10:52. So I'm gonna lock in. I would like to read for an hour. We don't have work tomorrow. We don't have school tomorrow. So it is a Veterans Day. Nope, that's the US. It is a Remembrance Day off for us. So that means I don't really have a strict bedtime tonight. So I'm going to utilize that. And I'm going to try. So I'm going to read for an hour. I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour. And I would love to see how many pages that I can read in 1 hour. Is my husband going to come home and probably tell me things? And am I going to probably be distracted? Yeah, but I think I'll pause the timer because that makes the most sense. Will it be an uninterrupted hour? No, probably not. But that's why we're doing this vlog, because this is a realistic what I read in a week vlog, and life happens and things happen and people love me and they want to tell me all the things, so I'm gonna let them tell me all the things. I'll see you guys later. Good night. If I don't talk to you before tomorrow morning, good night, but I will you'll see me later. I'm overcomplicating this. Go to bed. Bye. Get out of my room. It's currently day 4 of our challenge, and I find myself wanting to read more than you're actually seeing. I've found that pulling out the camera every time that I want to read has kind of stopped me from reading, but also I want to make this a really accurate video with timestamps and data and page counts. So I haven't been reading when I didn't feel like getting the camera out. Realistically though, in an unstaged environment, I may open my Kindle app on my phone and try to read through a few pages here and there while I'm either waiting for water to boil or I'm waiting for my daughter to brush her teeth. Just finding like little quiet moments. I noticed that reading during these small mini breaks has me really looking forward to reading. It has me craving reading and slicing out a small bit of time for myself. I find myself looking forward to reading. Find myself thinking about when I can finally sit down and get a chunk of my book done. The plan for today was working. I made spaghetti for dinner. Filming this clip now. I have been editing this vlog every day so that I can actually post it right away when it's done. I've been having to take out time in my day to edit as well. But tonight's goal is reading while being on my treadmill. I've been noticing that I haven't been getting a lot of movement in my life lately, and I would really like to, with winter coming, get into a good habit of taking care of myself and taking care of my body during the cold season. So the plan is going to be getting my Kindle, increasing the text size so that I can read it while walking on the treadmill and moving and bouncing around. And I think that because I also have this book on audio, I will also be using it through my headphones as well. So if I can't look down at the Kindle, at least I'll be hearing it inside my headphones. I'm not going to be running or pushing myself hard. Really, the goal of tonight is just to get movement. So I'll probably be walking at like a steady pace while reading. I want to walk for at least 30 minutes. Being able to read for 30 minutes while also getting movement, I think is a great thing. And if this goes well, I would love to do it more. So if I don't see you guys after that, we will check in again tomorrow to see another update. It is Thursday. It is day 5 of a realistic what I read in a week. And I wanted to check in with you because I think I'm done reading for the day. Today was a very busy day. I had a lot to do. There was a lot of things needing my attention. I don't have a lot of reading time in the evening. However, I did get a lot of reading done during the day. And I'm going to tell you how I did that. So, as usual, I did start off reading during my first 15-minute break of the day. Today, I didn't get to. I only get one because during my second 15-minute break, I'm transferring home to get my daughter on the bus and finish my workday at home. So during my 15-minute break, I was able to read for 17 minutes and I read 11 pages. I actually got through 2 chapters. And then around 1:40 p.m., work kind of slowed down and I was working on a presentation. So I was able to multitask there and listen to the audiobook while working on my presentation. And this is where I got a lot of the reading done for today. So I listened to my audiobook for 46 minutes. I think I was on 1.6 speed because when I'm not following along in a book and I'm reading an audiobook, I like to read at like a 1.8 speed. But if I'm doing other things, I like to slow it down so that my brain has time to really retain what is going on and understand the book. So in 46 minutes, I was able to read 31 pages. I got quite a few chapters done, and that brings us to 62% of the book. And if we are already at 62% completion with this book, I'm thinking that if I can't finish it tomorrow, which I probably won't, tomorrow's another kind of stacked day, we could probably definitely maybe finish it on Saturday. So spoiler, we are not going to be able to complete more than one book in this challenge, and that's okay. That's not what this video is about. This video is about realistically fitting reading into your life. So far, my thoughts on the book are, it's not a 5-star for me. The story is unique and very interesting, yet I'm not like finding myself obsessed about it. There are some things that have me kicking my feet. Maybe in the last 40%, the book is really going to grip me and maybe there's going to be some emotional responses. But currently, I think the book is sitting at a 3.5. I don't even know if I'd go as high as a 4. I'm a little scared to put that on the internet because, again, I think this is a book that a lot of people enjoyed. But that's just how it goes. I don't trust myself to tell you anything about this book because I try to be spoiler-free in my videos. So what I can say, there's ladybugs falling from the damn ceiling, y'all. What I can say about this book is that it's unique. There are some twists that I haven't expected. I'm curious as how it's going to move forward. I'm really curious to see how this book is going to be wrapped up at the end. And we're finding something really interesting out about our main character. Because of that, again, I'm interested in where the book is going to end. It's currently 9:07 p.m. I typically try to be in bed by 11 or 11:30. If I was going to read tonight, I'd want to start reading around 10:30. However, because it's already 9 o'clock and I'm currently editing and working on this video as we film it, I need to edit the footage from yesterday and I need to load the footage from today. So what I read today is probably going to be all that I can read for the day, but I'm pretty proud of my progress. I'm going to end the night with some editing, probably going to go upstairs, grab a small snack, get cozy. I'm pretty tired, so I might check in early, throw something up on YouTube. I didn't get to finish Emmy's video last night of her 24-hour vlog. I think that's her recent one, so I'd like to finish that as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Friday Junior. Some people call it Friday Eve, but it's Friday Junior. Happy Friday Junior. See you tomorrow. Okay, it is Friday. Today is day 6. Unfortunately, I'm coming to you to let you know that I have no updates. Today was really busy, so I didn't have a 15-minute break to read during work today. I had to go volunteer at my daughter's school, so it took about an hour and a half to do that. I used a combination of my break and my lunch to make up for that time, so there was no reading time at work. And then I came home, I finished my shift. My husband started hanging the Christmas lights as you saw earlier, so I went outside to help him get that done before we headed to our town's Christmas tree lighting. So as you can see, I am wearing something festive today. I wore my Santa hat, the sweater to our Christmas tree lighting, and we had a really great time. There were fireworks, there was hot chocolate, there was marshmallows, and Santa was there, so my daughter got to take a picture with Santa. There were some neighborhood friends and kids there, so we got to see them. Also, the Grinch was there. Someone was dressed up as the Grinch, so my daughter took a picture with the Grinch as well. So it was a really fun time. I really do enjoy getting together with the community, doing festive things like that. With all that being said, no time to read so far. The night is still kind of young. It's only 7:30. So the plan will be, I'm going to finish editing yesterday's footage. I think I'm almost done. I'm just cutting it down. I'm going to watch it back one more time. Everything's color graded and should be good to go. Oh my gosh, you guys are seeing this, my whole mess right here. Please, I'm going to blur that out. You don't even need to see all that. No, it's okay. We're not going to clean it. I'm just going to hide it. So I'm hoping editing will be quick and easy tonight so that I can lock in and get a few hours of reading done. So that's the plan for the night, and I will check in with you later. I need you here with me right now. I don't have a microphone. I don't have anything, but I need you here with me right now. Hold on. I need you. Mic. Let me just get that on. Shit's about to get real. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm on chapter 5 of part 6, and I'm terrified. I'm scared, and I'm terrified. I'm on chapter 5 of part 6. I'm sorry I look crazy. I didn't think we'd be this close right now. But I think I need your support, and I need you to be here with me while I read this chapter. Now, one of the main characters, we are revisiting a very important moment that happened in his life. It's replaying again, but we're seeing it from a different perspective, I guess you could say. And so we're learning that what we knew about this moment is different than what actually happened. And okay, so I'm just gonna keep reading this, and you're gonna be here with me. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. That was deep. That was unexpectedly intense. And it kind of came out of nowhere. I think earlier in this book, I was rating it like a 3.5. I'm going to have to look at the other books that I've rated and see where this one kind of stacks up. Because definitely in the last 80%, obviously things are picking up. I don't know if that's going to bump it up to a 4. Again, we'll see how it ends. We'll see if there's any emotional reaction to this book, because that's really what sets it from a 4 to a 5. But yeah, I'm gonna have to see where this book ranks with my other books to give it a proper rating at the end. But I'm feeling like it's probably a 4, a solid 4. I don't know how many chapters I have left, but this is how much of the book I have left. We're almost there. I'll finish it today, and you'll have to see a full review in the reading wrap up. But if you watch this vlog to the end, I will definitely tell you how I feel. There it is. Welcome back. It is the end of day 7. We have made it through an entire week of reading every day. I'm so happy to report, as you probably saw earlier, I did, in fact, finish The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I was able to finish it this week by using a mixture of platforms: audiobook, Kindle read, and physical book. Now, I know it's not always an option for people to get all 3 versions of the book, and sometimes you can only have one, and maybe it's a library book. But if it's physical, then stick with it. If it's audio, then stick with it. And if it's Kindle, stick with it. Again, this video is about not setting expectations and just reading when it suits you and reading when it fits into your life. That is the biggest takeaway that I want you to leave with today. So let's go over the data. I'm actually so proud of myself that I kept a note of everything that I read this week because Sunday seems so far away. Unfortunately for Sunday, I did not pay attention to the amount of time that I read. I only documented the number of pages I read. We started off with Sunday. Sunday was a day off for me, and I was able to read 69 pages. Monday, I read for a total of 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I read 55 pages. On Tuesday, I read for a total of 2 hours and 5 minutes and 74 pages. On Wednesday, I was able to read for 53 minutes and 36 pages. Thursday, I was only able to read 1 hour and 3 minutes, and I read 42 pages. On Friday, I read for a total of 2 hours and 1 minute, and I was able to read 68 pages. And then lastly, today I was able to read for 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I finished the book with 89 pages. That makes my weekly total 9 hours and 59 minutes, not including Sunday's time. And we read the entire book, 442 pages. Now, as you saw through the video, I wasn't able to read for, 2 hours straight per day or 1 hour straight per day. This is a combination of work breaks, commutes, pre-dinner, post-dinner reads, before bed reads. It's wherever I could fit it in. Sometimes I could only read for 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Then there's days like today where I could sit down and read for an entire 2 hours and 42 minutes. My final thoughts about the book are still a little unknown. I can give you feelings and vibes in this video, but I think for an accurate review, you're gonna have to watch the reading wrap up for November. What I can tell you is that The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is a great book. It's a very unique storyline. V.E. Schwab is an amazing author. The words, the flow, the pacing, it all was really great. I am definitely excited to continue reading V.E. Schwab's books. There's something really magical about the way that Schwab writes. I would give some trigger warnings for this book. It's kind of dark. I don't want to spoil the book, so there are some trigger warnings in this book, and you should definitely look this up because I don't know if it was listed in the beginning of the book. For me, the book started off a little slow. The pacing wasn't slow, but understanding the world and trying to feel immersed in the story, it took a while for me. I think after about the 50% mark, I started being more interested in the storyline and wondering what was going to happen in the next chapter. So if you're going to jump into this, just give it a shot. At least push yourself until the 50% mark before you make a decision if you're going to continue reading or not. The book was magical. It was whimsical in a way, but it was very deep and hard to read at times as well. The female main character goes through a lot. She sees a lot, and she really is trying to find herself in her new life. At times it's sad, a little depressing, but there's sparks of hope that you get throughout the book. The cover, if you read this book, the cover is explained in the book. You start to understand the name of the book and you start to understand the design of the book. I think that the villain in this book was very interesting. At times you were rooting for them, and at times you truly hated them. I think this book was poetic and it was just written so well. Nothing felt repetitive or redundant, and I truly had a good time. I would recommend this book to people that are fans of historical fictions or books about time travel, dark books that talk about the shadows and what lurks at night. I think it's a good book, especially if you are ever feeling alone or like you need a friend. I'd also recommend this book to any art lovers that are out there, any art historians. You should read this one as well. I think this book was very clever. There were a lot of bargains being made, deals being made, and I feel like the FMC handled that really well. I can't give you a star rating right now. I'm just unable to, so you'll have to get that from my next reading wrap up. I'm sure it will be posted in the next few weeks. I know that I told you guys not to set expectations, but I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't have any going into this video. It's great to have kind of an overview of what I'm capable of reading in a week while also living kind of a busy life. I wish, like any other reader, that I could read more, read longer, but I was a little disappointed that I only could achieve one book in this week. But I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm glad that I read it, My TBR may be stacked high for this month, but if I only get through 3 books, then I guess I only get through 3 books. I'm very excited for my next read. Brimstone comes in just a few days, and I'm gonna be making another vlog. It'll be another week in my life while reading Brimstone. So if you like this type of content, if you enjoyed this vlog, please consider subscribing, hanging around, checking the box for notifications, and giving the video a big like. That would truly be appreciated. As always, thank you for being here. If you guys have read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue before, drop a star down in the comments and let's talk about it. No spoilers though. Spoiler-free channel. I look forward to talking to you guys again and seeing you in the next one. That's it for now. See you later.